Alright, welcome back to another game of World of Warships, and today starts off pretty normally, playing my Yamato again, as I like to do. Now, already we have a pretty good destroyer. Asking people if they need smoke, they'll drop it for them, which is a very good sign at the beginning of a ranked battle. You always want that team that wants to cooperate. Now there's a bit of a cluster 5-hour California rush hour traffic going on here. Who knows what that's about.
All stations protect that target.
And now I ping people to support Gearing because I figure, hey, he's doing his job. He's pushing him forward, grabbing that buff. So we should all be ready to make sure to shoot anything that approaches him. And this also helps with teamwork. If he believes that we have him covered, he's more likely to work well with the team. Now, as we can see, I was detected for a little bit and then it suddenly went away. So probably a good thing there. Who knows, maybe someone moved up behind a rock and couldn't end up seeing me very well, and there it is again. Since I'm Yamato, I'm seen halfway across the universe. For the most part, the beginning is kind of boring because I push up really hard. As you can see, I'm kind of going slow to let myself not rush into battle. I do get very aggressive, as I typically do later on, but for now, I'm just kind of slowly moving forward. As you can see, that Gearing's already in trouble from the enemy Gearing and the Smolensk. So how he ends up surviving, I'm not really sure, but he does. I guess Conqueror sneezed on the Gearing and killed it. Smolensk is still out there, but he's being covered by Gearing smoke. So Gearing makes a rather nice escape. And I'm trying to see what shots I can put in early in the game. Firing my guns just to see if I end up hitting somebody. Well, I'm trying to also dodge these torpedoes. I know. Euro eats dodging torpedoes by going backwards, Yamato. I do think I end up slipping past them. Yes. Because battleship-sized torpedo gaps. Still not really too much of an effort or achievement there. And I started pushing forward again. God, I'm so slow as Yamato, but big guns, not very fast. Now we've already got first blood. That's pretty good. I make sure to ping well done and stuff like that. So this time I see that Smolensk and I kind of want to ping him to say that he's over there, but as soon as I get to it, guess what? Cloaking device activated. Now, we have people telling our Des Moines to get back, and if I remember correctly, we actually end up smoking that Des Moines, which I think saves his life. Maybe I'm wrong on who it is. I'm still trying to figure out who I can shoot my guns at. I do that all the time.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a bead on the Zhao. I know it's a long shot, but why not? Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll drive right into him and I'll be able to hit him. Obviously, as I mentioned, that as soon as I fire, I am already aimed at by two different people. In the entire time, I'm a little wary of that Smolensk in the background because I know he's over there, and I know he's going to be a problem. And we see that Grocer Kerper is trying to take some pot shots at me, but see, this is important because the Smolensk is not OP. The fact that you think it's OP because if you run into a positional problem is why it tends to be a hassle. So I'm trying to actively remember that he's over there and he can just take my life if he wants, if I get within range.
Much obliged, Commander.
Or at least really make my day not very fun. So I'm still waiting for him to pop up back there so I can ping him that he is indeed back there. This is a little bit different from my usual average get up there and attack them gameplay. But you know, yep, see there's those pot shots from coming from that flank. So I'm trying to remember that the flank is over there. It seems there's a Conqueror Grocer Cur first, or you know, Grocery Cur first. The Smolen's still over there, so I'm watching out for that. I started to think about taking shots at that Zhao, but he's already gone. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out where I can land hits on. I see Conqueror over there, but he's kind of angled, and I'm not really sure which way he's going to go yet. So I'm thinking I can aim in front of him, and I think these hit him, but I don't think they do much to him. Now, we all kind of know that the middle's going to open up, so we're all kind of starting to work that direction. And yes, I end up hitting the Conqueror once or twice. Once, really, but... Now, the Venenzia's in a really bad spot. And so is the Yamato. But they're far enough out that our team doesn't really pursue very much, which is a great idea. And I see that Smolensk and I ping him. So that way the team knows where he's at and can potentially get shots on him, which hopefully they do. At this point, I'm a little worried because I have to turn in broadside, and if the other battleships over there spot me, they will have a good broadside on me to smack me around with. But fortunately for me, and unfortunately for them, they do not. And this is where I decide, hey, time to get into the game. And there's the point. Again, I'm Yamato, so I turn like a brick and end up trying to follow my shells there. Now see, they're saying shift east, don't chase, you know, good idea, and we're agreeing to it. And yeah, there's the guy who is thankful for the smoke. I see the Grocer Cur first, and I don't like Grocer Cur first because they are hecka hard to Citadel. Trying to get a beat on them, and then you gotta hope for plunging fire, so it's gotta be at a certain range, and I don't know, it just seems really difficult to do. A lot of times I'll switch to HE to take pot shots at them, just hoping to get, you know, some fire damage or something rather than trying to roll on that Citadel with my AP. Again, kind of want to tell people to aim at that Smolensk, because you know what, it's a Smolensk, and I really don't want it to be a problem later on. So I take a couple shots at it. I don't really think I'm gonna hit it, but decide to give it a good old try anyways. Now at this time, I'm really trying to get over there, and sometimes I pay attention to where I'm going better than other times. This guy really wants us to get on the cap, which is a good idea, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna show him, and I start moving towards the cap. And I can get where he's getting at. You know, it does kind of suck to have all your battleships back, even though battleships aren't always the brawlers. You know, sometimes they have to be the snipers, and sometimes they are in fact brawlers. I tend to, as I've mentioned, get up and in their face with battleships, or at least with Yamato I do anyways. You know, no point in having that armor and those guns if you're gonna sit in the back and hope to hit them. Which is what I've been doing so far, so look at me. But But we're sorry, we're trying to figure out how to get onto this Smolensk, and I'm switching to HE because I'm gonna overpen the shit out of that thing with AP. I know because I've been there, but you can Citadel it with HE, which is ridiculous. Still thinking the HE should Citadel should hurt more than APs. Just, you know, because you're exploding their insides. Now, here's where I'm starting to worry just a little bit, if I remember correctly, just because there's so many battleships, Smolensk, and somewhere the Venezia still alive. But I get a fire on Conqueror. Who would have known that the Conqueror would be the one on fire from a Yamato? Usually it's the other way around, you know. But I'm still sticking to HE right now, trying to see if I have another shot to take at that Smolensk. There's a Venezia, so I think after this shot I switch over to AP. And there's the Yamato I'm trying to stay wary of, but he's way the heck over there, so you know, he doesn't really matter right now. As long as he doesn't shoot at me or my allies, he can go wherever the hell he pleases. Probably trying to save that star, to be honest. Now we are only one ship ahead, which is still plenty of room to get screwed over. Watching this Venezia, trying to see if I can get hits on it, and I do actually end up killing it later on. The Smolensk is taking a lot of damage, and I believe, am I the one that kills it? I am. There it goes. Nope. Maybe my secondaries kill it. Or, yeah, I think someone else, and yep, there it is. But I'm still, could have got it if they hadn't grabbed it, but it's always a good thing to have them killed. Better to have guns out than have him like somehow escape and heal. Not to do what's going to in that place. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do here, because I'm being attacked by that Conqueror, and now I switch over to AP. Probably just a tad late, but it's not. Well, actually I was finishing Smolensk, so it doesn't really matter too much. Now, I am in quite a position. I am being crossfired on by everybody.
Requesting support.
And here's where I decide I'm going full into everything. I see that Conqueror, and I think I can Citadel him. And right, nope, just killed him normally. Here's the torpedoes, which I somehow torpedo beat. And then there's the grocery cart person. I do not end up killing him. He ends up destroying my life, but not too much of a problem, to be honest, because by the time he does it, I see this Venezia, and I try to see if I can get my guns on him. So in the end, I end up trying to overshoot him, so that way my guns can line up before I can take that shot. And look at that, 3 Citadels. This is about the time. Owie. This is about the time that I realize I am in far too deep to live, so I end up trying to go after this grocery store first, the grocery store. But I'm really way too weak to be able to get close to him, so I make up my mind to try to deal as much damage, maybe take out his turrets, get that high caliber, that crispy damage. And there I go. And that's how it ends for me. But our team ends up sweeping the victory. Some off chat where I plug my YouTube, because why the heck not? Nah, I end up at 138k damage. I don't think that's half bad. I really don't. And yep, that's how it ends. You know, tell them my playstyle a little bit, plug that YouTube channel for those sweet views, and I'd pretty much just wait to end at this point and hope my team somehow doesn't magically mess up and die, but I really had doubted it was going to do that. We've all seen some stuff though, haven't we? Yep, we end up going to win, and it's a good game. Well, see you next time.